All right, folks, it's that time of day again. The Dow and the markets are all closed. And ding, 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 ding. See? Closing bell, just to make sure you understood it was closed. And here's the results. It's on your screen. The Dow up almost 70 points to close at 17,554. NASDAQ up 17 and change. And the S&P up 764. And joining us, of course, once again to talk about it all is Newsmax Deputy Financial Editor Rob Williams. Hello, sir. This is our daily closing bell report, by the way.
That's right.
I know it had an official name, but I'll take
there
the
it
official
is.
name. We can't get a bell, though. You know who I'm talking to. All right, so just again, what's the reason for the Dow keeps on climbing? It has nothing to do with the midterms anymore.
It rose again to a record for the second day in a row. It wasn't a very dramatic day again. Yesterday was, traded in a tight range, and we saw the same thing today. So I think now what happened is that we're looking at we're anticipating the jobs report tomorrow,
right.
Unemployment, and also the European Central Bank. That's their version of the Federal Reserve. Also talked about possibly providing stimulus to the ailing European area, the Euro region. They didn't commit to doing QE yet, but that's a possibility.
Now the earnings season has been pretty good, right? I believe that 80% of the S&P 500 companies have beaten estimates. However, on the negative side, 65% of rating changes have been downgrades. But how does that jibe with the fact that the 80% have beaten estimates?
The estimates are kind of looking backward into the prior quarter.
Then they all have forecasts.
And sometimes those estimates get revised down, and then the companies end up beating them, and it all looks very positive.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Whereas the rating changes, that's forward looking, and when you measure the upgrades versus the downgrades are winning so far. So that does indicate that analysts are a bit apprehensive about what the future looks like.
The NASDAQ has been kind of a mixed bag lately, correct?
Well, the NASDAQ hit a record on Monday. It didn't participate in today's record close like the Dow and the S&P did.
But a lot of NASDAQ stocks on the NASDAQ have not done as well as others. There's been some that have been leading the charge.
Yeah, with the NASDAQ, you have companies that have done outstanding like Apple, but then there are other technology companies that have not picked up the pace. You have Amazon, you had eBay, the list goes on and on. Twitter, just all these companies disappointed and put a lot of pressure.
You're speaking about Apple. I'm sorry. What about this malware alert that there's a malware specifically designed basically to go after Apple products?
Right, and this was something we looked at closely today. I was worried about the stock, but the stock didn't budge, so it appears that investors aren't too concerned about it. But it looks like a very isolated thing in China, where if you have a Macintosh product and you go to a website and download software for it, you get this malware on it that will take your information off your phone. But it looks, most people, when they get stuff for their Apple product, get it from a trusted source, not some third-party Chinese website.
Gotcha.
And so it appears to be a non-event so far.
All right, yeah, and as you mentioned, I think the stock up a few cents as a matter of fact, so investors not shaken by that. All right, tomorrow we have the jobs numbers and we have the unemployment number, and we'll analyze that to death, I'm sure.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Rob Williams, Newsmax Deputy Financial Editor. And by the way, if you want to take control of your financial future, you check out moneynews.com. They're there for you 24/7 live every single day. That's moneynews.com. And they're up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. You can see we have just a little sample, just a little taste to whet your appetite. No closing bell still, but nonetheless, you could see what's there on moneynews.com. The great Larry Kudlow comes into focus there under the president. All right, up next, it's Gimme 5. You're going to like this one especially, I believe. It's next right here on the Steve Malzberg Show on Newsmax Television.